Hello everyone, my name is JJBEATS. I am the director of Various Choice. During my journey in making this game, I want to share some problems you might face when making a game. So you might think making a game is all sunshine and rainbows. At first, you're gonna get hit with the high of making a game. You're gonna be like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna become just like one of those AAA people making like games such as Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, all sorts of games. Or you might just be excited of making a game just like Doki Doki and indie titles such as HoloLive, etc., etc. Well, I'm gonna hit you with the truth. The struggle is real, man. So, I made a game called Aria's Choice. You can download on itch.io. The plug. And it was a game I made for a game jam for the Otome Game Jam of 2024. And let me say this. Aria's Choice ain't my dream game. Why? You might be asking. But JJ, why? And to that, I gotta say, well, it ain't my baby. Why aren't you treating this like your baby? I ain't got kids. Y'all crazy if you think I'm gonna treat this game like a human being for one. Is Aria's Choice even a passion project? I mean, I don't know. But, I mean, I dedicated to it. Like, I'm the director. I'm gonna treat it as such to an extent. But I'm gonna be frank with y'all. Aria's Choice was literally something I made just because. Just because. One day I was streaming and I was like, man, I wish I could make games one day, just tossing it out there. Like, man, I wish I could make my own game. Like, kind of like Pokemon, because I'm a big fan of Pokemon. At least used to be. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm probably still gonna buy the game. But, like, these new Pokemon games are not it. Anywho, so, yeah, I was just kind of tossing the idea out there. And then someone reached out to me, was like, want to make a game? And I was just like, is it free? They said, yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm down. I'm like, I mean, there's really people who make games for free. I'm like, okay. And thus, I became the artist for Aria's Choice. That's right, the artist, not the director. But you see, people was not feeling my art. They was like, yo, you need to fix this, you need to fix that. And I was just like, bro, y'all want better art, then I'll look for a better artist, because like my art ain't cup of tea. Like, I ain't no professional artist for sure. I don't have no art practice. I just do art for fun. Like, oh my goodness, if you want to see like kind of like my art style, you can play A Day to Remember. I don't know, just a game I made myself after Artist's Choice. I made it in like 3 to 4 days. Or what game was it called? GMT. Game Jam. Just keep plugging all my games. Now that's like more so my style. But the art part is just a lot worse for the beginning. Anywho, so like people was not feeling my art, and I was just like, okay, then I'll look for someone else. And keep in mind that I was also in the middle of a 100-day challenge for YouTube. I was trying to reach 5K. We failed. We did a 100-day challenge. I probably did. I think deleted most of those videos because, yo, my excitement from day 1 to day 50 to day 100 went from, oh goodness, to I'm dying. Like, I was tired. I was worn out. So with that being said, let's talk about the struggles of making a free game. That's right. The game is free on itch.io. So if you want to play, go play it. Advertise my game, promote it, play it live. Oh boy, where do I even start? Okay, let's talk about the graphics and the arts of the game. So if you play that game, you might notice that looks nice. You'll also notice that the art is all over the place. We have so many art styles. That's because we have so many artists. So how did we resolve this? Well, we can start from scratch, which that would be a lot of work to do, or we would use it to our advantage. And if you like JoJo or web comics and webtoons and stuff, you know that they kind of do crazy stuff like, you know, use like memes and stuff like that. So I decided to go with that type of feel where, you know, you have all different types of art styles. Keep in mind, some people were opposed to this, but I still decided to go with that style. Why? Because we ain't time to do more. It's not like everyone wanted to just keep starting from scratch. So the style wasn't wasted. People's art was being shown off. So we got to do it from that. So that's why art is all over the place. But you know, some people will love it, some people will hate it. You know, it is what it is. Just like some people will love or hate the music. So I'm gonna showcase you some of the music in 3, 2, 1. If you like them, that's awesome because they're not in the game at all. Okay, so I was in charge of doing character themes, which we got all the themes without the vocals in, which was awesome, but we did not have time to do all the vocal themes, and then we didn't have time to actually figure out a good place to put the themes. So I'll be putting them on my other channel to showcase the games and, you know, like the character themes to get a feel of the characters and maybe get traction that way. But yeah, it was unfortunate, but you know, with the promotion or, you know, trying to do promotion, I'm not good at promoting the game. Our marketing was all over the place and it was not a stellar job. So speaking of marketing, aside from me, there was hardly any marketing. I mean, we had someone do the trailer, and I do have the trailer. I've been posting the trailer, but like, yeah, I had to do emails. People did not appreciate me sending over 500 emails to a bunch of people. Oh my goodness, the responses I got varied. Gameplay, I mean, it's a visual novel. Gameplay is reading, which is crazy. I hate reading, and I had to proofread and read a script, and I bloody hate reading, which is horrible because I had to play the game like over 20 times. Oh my goodness. By the way, if you want to play more games for me, itch.io, and I made more games such as Cookie, which is free for Halloween because I made that game for free, or Bracky's Game Jam, which is about a 1 or 2 hour game. So if you want to try it, you can try it. Bugs. Oh, it was a big game. This is a big game. There will be lots of bugs, which means lots of testing, which means playing the game, like I said, 20 times, which means reading. And I really hated playing the 2 main leads, Damien and Ethan, because they had the longest routes. Oh my goodness. And with debugging comes programming. We needed a lot of coders because the script wants 300 pages. Now, I don't know if you think 300 pages is a lot, but it is when you gotta read it 20 times. So yeah, our scope balls to the walls. It is balls to the walls when you have 3 months for this game. Now our scripting was all over the place, and you see the reason why is because we had so many bloody writers, and they all had different writing styles. So yeah, I don't know what to say to that. So I found that, you know, that could be a positive and negative. I find it kind of positive because that means each story felt different, and that means people will have their own set of who they like the most. So ultimately, it's the player who's going to decide who they like there or not. Now let's get to the nitty gritty and why this is going to be the roughest part of a free game. And that is volunteer work. So, as I mentioned, this is a free game, which means we didn't have money to make it, which means volunteer work. What's the problem? Problem is, no commitment is obligated, which means I technically don't have to be committed to the game because, you know, if I didn't want to do the game, I don't have to. I'm not obligated to do a free project. But if you're doing a project for free and you suddenly don't or can't do it, you don't have to. As the director, I have to pick up the pieces if I feel like it. I mean, I could abandon the project, but the type of person I am, I try to put my mind in something, I try to complete it. But that meant me and my programmer had to put in 300%. And by that, I meant recruiting, marketing, script writing, editing, testing, directing, probably a whole other stuff that I can't recall. Was it worth it? I mean, I don't know. I mean, we did the base game at the very least. We're doing the voice acting. We have a complete base game, which is available again for free on itch.io. And we plan on adding it to Android too. As for Steam and Epic Games, we don't know. I don't know if it's even worth it, to be honest. But we don't have the funding for that to begin with. That is in the air, and I don't even know. But, you know, to each their own. We're currently adding voices to the game with potential mini games, but it's not really required for original novels. So there you have it. That's the struggle of making a free game. Well, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe to see my future endeavors. And with that being said, this is JJBEATS signing off. Ciao.